Okay, let's do another reaction video for another market overview ng ating students and tingnan natin. So, ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng extra time to check these videos para ma-review natin at matignan kung ano na nangyari dun sa trade niya. Okay, let's do this. Alright, this is recorded video by Sir Leo. Tingnan natin. And magre-react tayo dito.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, classmates.
Okay.
Dito muna ako sa Steam natin. Si GPY, UDNCD, nasa taas. Parang wala tayo ma-pair dito sa baba. Si gold lang yung andito. Ito, try ko po ito sa by Saturday market overviews. Ito si GPY at saka si NCD. Tingnan natin ito. Wala kasi ako nakita ng ano dito. Ito naman si try ko muna tingnan ito si NCDGPY kasi yung ano ko tipo ko next week. Si NCDGPY saan ka na? Anito si NCDGPY coach is more on buying siya 79.9% versus ceiling niya is to 23.1% lang. Sentiment sa heatmap naman siya, hindi talaga siya pasado more on ceiling siya sa heatmap. Negative 0.97% CDGPY. Punta ako dito sa basic. Oops, hindi mo na dito bibips. Hanapin ko po dito yung tools dito, then si NCDGPY. Ubos na namang load ko nito, coach. Pahingi naman ng load dyan, baka naman. Saan yun? Wala. Currency pala yun. Ano yun? Ay, tools. Saan ka na, tools? Baka naman, coach. Pwede makahingi ng load dyan. Ubos na ubos talaga yung load ko. Kasi natin si NCDGPY. NCDGPY. More on ceiling pa siya. Daily ceiling siya. Ceiling. Ito. Monthly. 6 months. Ito sa 1 year. Parang buying siya. Pero ang tagal nito. Ito yan sa ano. Ito tayo. This coming week. Next week. Ito. Panay ano ito? Panay GPY talaga yung mga ano dito. News. Next week. Next week. GPY yung ano news lahat. Itong PMI ni NCD by Friday next week. May 10. Panay GPY kasi. Panay GPY kasi mga news ito next week eh. So NCD GPY yung target ko next week. Baka naman. Yan dito ako sa ito naman tayo. Ito yung economics muna. Tingnan ko muna dito yung indicator based on interest rate ni New Zealand. Interest rate ni New Zealand. Stats niya. The benchmark interest rate in New Zealand was last recorded at 5.50%. Interest rate in New Zealand averaged 6.71% from 1985 until 2024, reaching an all-time high of 67.32% in March of 1985 and a record low of 0.25% in March of 2020. This page provides New Zealand interest rate actual values, historical data, forecast chart, statistic, economic calendar, and news. New Zealand interest rate data, historical chart, forecast, and calendar of release was last update on May 24. On May of 2024. Okay, ito yung forecast niya. The benchmark interest rate in New Zealand was last recorded at 5.50%, and the interest rate in New Zealand is expected to be 5.50% by the end of this quarter, according to the trading economic global macro models and analysis expectation. In the long term, the New Zealand interest rate is projected to trend around 4.50% in 2025 and 4% in 2026. So, 4.50%, so nagbaba siya ng 1%. Tingnan natin dito. End of this quarter, May 2022 guys. Ito, yung about ito kay ano? About ito kay Japan. Tingnan natin yung interest rate in Japan. Ito. Stats niya. The benchmark interest rate in Japan was last recorded at 0.10% in rate. 0.10% interest rate in Japan, average of 2.28% by the percent from 1972 until 2024, reaching an all-time high of 9% in December of 1973 and recording low of negative 0.10% in January of 2016. This page provides Japan interest rate, actual values, historical data, forecast chart, statistic, economic calendar, and news. Japan interest rate data, historical chart, forecast calendar of release was last update on May of 2024. Ito yung forecast niya. The benchmark interest rate in Japan was last recorded at 0.10%. Interest rate in Japan is expected to be 0.00% by the end of this quarter, according to the Trading Economics Global Macro Models and Analyzed Expectation. In the long term, the Japan interest rate is projected to trend around 0.10% in 2025, according to our economic models. Mag-in siya May 8. Ito yung May 8. Then, dito tayo sa inflation rate nila. Yung unahin ko si New Zealand. New Zealand inflation rate. New Zealand yung stats niya. Inflation rate in New Zealand decreased to 4% in the first quarter of 2024 from 4.70% in the fourth quarter of 2023. Inflation rate in New Zealand averaged 4.63 rate 4.63% by the from 1918 until 2024, reaching an all-time high of 44% in the third quarter of 1918 and a record low of negative 15.30% in the first quarter of 1923. This page provides New Zealand inflation rate, actual values, historical data, forecast chart, statistic, economic calendar, and news. New Zealand inflation rate data, historical chart, forecast, and calendars of release was last update on May of 2024. Ito yung forecast ni New Zealand inflation rate na. Inflation rate in New Zealand decreased to 4% in the first quarter of 2024 from 4.70% in the fourth quarter of 2023. Inflation rate in New Zealand is expected to be 3.80% by the end of this quarter, according to the Trading Economic Global Macro Models and Analysis Expectation. In the long term, the New Zealand inflation rate is projected to trend around 2.50% in 2025 and 2.10% in 2026, according to our economic models. So this quarter 2, tagal pa ito, July 18. Ito yung inflation rate ni New Zealand. How about kay Japan? Coach, baka naman coach. Pre naman ang load dyan. Saan yun sa Japan? Wala. Saan kita Japan? Madalian lang kasi ito. Nawala pa itong Japan. Siya. Wala ka dito. Japan. Saan ka pumunta Japan? Ito. Ito yung stats niya. Inflation rate in Japan decreased to 2.70% in March from 2.80% in February of 2024. Inflation rate in Japan averaged 2.85% from 1958 until 2024, reaching an all-time high of 24.90% in February of 1974. and the record low of negative 2.50% in October of 2009. This will provide a latest reported value for Japan inflation rate plus previous release historical high and low short-term forecast and long-term prediction, economic calendar, survey, consensus, and news. Japan inflation rate data, historical chart, forecast, and calendar of release was last update on May 2024. Ito yung forecast ni Japan. Inflation rate in Japan decreased to 2.70% in March from 2.80% in February of 2024. Inflation rate in Japan is expected to be 1.90% by the end of this quarter, according to our Trading Economics Global macro models and analysis expectation. In long term, the Japan inflation rate is projected to trend around 1.60%, pababa yung inflation nila. Okay, is coming May 17. Mag-release na naman sila ng news ng inflation rate data to. Ito. So dito tayo sa GDP. Usahin din natin itong GDP nila. Unahin natin talaga ito sa New Zealand. Stats ng GDP. The gross domestic product GDP in New Zealand contracted to 0.10% in the fourth quarter of 2023 over the previous quarter. GDP growth rate in New Zealand averaged 0.62% from 1986 until 2023, reaching an all-time high of 14.10% in the third quarter of 2020, and a record low of negative 10.10% by the second quarter of 2020. This which provides a New Zealand GDP growth rate, actual values, historical data, forecast chart, statistic, economic calendar, and New Zealand GDP growth rate data, historical chart, forecast, and calendar of release was last update on May 2024. Ito yung forecast. The gross domestic product GDP in New Zealand contracted 0.10% in the fourth quarter of 2023 over the previous quarter. GDP growth rate in New Zealand is expected to be 0% by the end of this quarter, according to the Trading Economics Global macro models and analysis expectation. In the long term, the New Zealand GDP growth rate is projected to trend around 0.40% in 2025 and 0.50% in 2026, according to our economic models. So this coming June 19, mag-release naman siya ng quarter 1 lang sa GDP data nila. New Zealand, dito tayo kay Japan na naman. Japan. Ito. Itong forecast. Pasahan itong forecast. The gross domestic product GDP Japan expanded to 0.10% in the fourth quarter of 2023 over the previous quarter. GDP growth rate in Japan averaged 0.43% from the 1980 until 2023, reaching an all-time high of 5.50% in the third quarter of 2020 and the record low of negative 7.80% in the second quarter of 2020. This which provides Japan GDP growth rate, actual values, historical data, calendars, and news. Japan GDP growth rate, the data, historical chart, forecast, and calendar of release was last update on May 2024. Ito yung forecast niya. The gross domestic product GDP expanded. Expand sila. 0.10% in the fourth quarter of 2023 over the previous quarter. GDP growth rate in Japan is expected to be 0.10% by the end of this quarter, according to our Trading Economics Global macro models analysis expectation. In long term, the Japan GDP growth rate is projected to trend around 0.40% in 2025. So mag-release sila ng GDP nila by this May 16. Quarter 1 lang. Okay. May naiwan pa ba? Compare ko kasi itong si NCD at saka si Kuan Coach NCD at saka si GPY. Parang strong pa rin to si NCD. Then punta tayo sa chart. Maging chart technician muna nga. Saan na yun? Ito yung CDGPY, CDGPY nasa H4 ka, H1 ka. Ito ang aba ito. Okay, dito naman tayo sa chart ni NCDJPY kasi ito yung target ko next week. Malaman ko ito next week based doon sa nakikita ko po. Ito po yung tatawag natin yung expansion niya galing dito sa depression niya. Ito po yung expansion niya. Expansion. Dito na siguro yung peak niya. Tapos dito nag-contraction siya dito. Then depression. Depression. Then contraction na naman. Contraction. Then pagka break niya dito is ito na po yung sinasabi nating recovery niya po ni NCGPY for buy position. So kung naka-plot po tayo dito ng kung naka-plot po tayo dito ng isang entry, ito banda yon, ito yung demand zone natin at saka ito yung resistance. So kung nag-plot tayo dito ng golden zone natin, lamang ito, plot tayo ng golden zone dito. So pasado po siya sa GP1. Ito po siya, GP1 po siya. GP1 din tinangay niya. Nakuha niya yung 50%, more than 50%, saka nilipad niya. Iurong natin ito konti. Ito na kasi yung ano niya, recovery niya eh. Ito dito banda. Ito yung recovery niya. Kasi na-break niya na ito. So nag-recovery siya, ito na, expansion. So dito may entry pa talaga dito. Kung kung nasundan ko po ito kasi huli na ako dito eh. Ito lang po yung ipapakita kong market cycle ko po. Ito din sana yun eh. Ito, may set up nito kung mag-plotting tayo ng mag-plotting tayo ng golden zone. Ito banda. So natangay din niya 50% din. And then lumipad na siya. Dito lipad siya dito, expansion, contraction, then expansion na naman, expansion. Pero po yung expansion niya. So dito banda wala na, hindi na tayo pwede mag-sit up dito kasi parang ang tataas ng wick niya, tapos may mga high impact din kasi ito. Saka not clear yung not clear yung tinatawag natin imbalance niya. Ito na po yung pinaka peak niya, coach. Tinatawag natin ito na yung growth niya sa buying ni INCDJPY po. And then nag-contraction na naman siya dito. Saka dito nag-depression na siya hanggang dito. So anong date ito? Tingnan natin ang date ito. Date niya is April 29. April 29 yata ito nangyari. So walang magandang score pa kasi dito. That time galing siya sa growth niya sa buying. Tingnan natin ilang pips ito. Kurang ka muna. Ito yung 50%. Ito yung dito. Ano yun? Hanggang dito. Ang pips yan. Yan. Nasa 400 plus. So hanggang dito, coach, nag-depression pa rin siya dito. Contraction, depression na naman dito. So dito kasi walang malinaw na score eh. Kaya muni-muni lang muna. At antabayanan ko ito, bantayan ko po ito, coach, by next week po. Kung ano nangyari dito sa market cycle ng NCDJPY po. Hindi kasi ako nag-sit up dito eh. Hindi kasi ako nag-sit up dito ng seal. Hindi pa maayos yung scoreboard niya eh. So yan na po, coach. Thank you.
Okay, no? So, upon checking sa market overview na to, kung napansin ninyo, hindi na ako salita, hindi na ako masyado nag-intervene dun sa ginagawa niya because nakita ko tama yung ginagawa niya. At the end of the day, skills niya na yun eh. Yun na yung pinaka nag-gain niya throughout yung mga sessions natin. At the best part doon ay naunawaan niya talaga yung ginagawa niya. And kung makita niyo naman, no, hindi siya basta pumasok na lang doon sa entries na nakita niya. or nagkaroon na lang siya ng backtest and tiningnan niya yung market cycle ng NCDJPY. So, sa part na to, yung mas deep understanding na lang that this is, yung galaw niya since nasa H1 lang siya, ay ano siya, short term period lang, kumbaga intraday lang yung market cycle na tinitignan niya. So, pag nagtitingin kasi tayo ng market cycle, tinitignan natin yung tatlong part, yung short term, mid term, saka yung long term. So, ang tinitignan natin pag mid-term ay short term, pag H1, tinitignan natin pag mid-term ay H4, pag long term is day 1. So, para makita din natin yung mas outer or mas expanded na market cycle ng tinitrade natin. Kasi doon tayo makakapick if yung cycle na ba to is good for i-hold natin ng mas matagal or kailangan na nating i-pull out yung investment natin. And isa sa pinakamagandang dito ginawa niya is, ayun eh, sobrang clear na nung explanation niya sa lahat ng portion ng china-check natin. At the end of that market overview, he decided not to trade kasi wala namang pumasok dun sa criteria na hinahanap niya, which is good, no? So, kung ipo-force mo kasi to trade na, even kahit wala naman siya dun sa criteria natin, and eventually, instead of safe yung fund mo, then you find it, sobrang nagpo-float ka na pala ng mas malaking fund, then you realize na mali pala yung ginawa. Then, yun, this is the result of his hard work and nag-pay off na siya, na naiintindihan niya na kung ano yung ginagawa niya. And I would like to congratulate Sir Leia for this. Ipagpatuloy niya lang ito para sa mga upcoming trades na gagawin niya ay more on confident pa siya lalo. Congratulations for this. See you next time.